Hey guys, Buffing Game Back today, bringing you a video. And today for our weapon conversion series, here our third one for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, we are converting the BREN 2 BR into the BREN 2 assault rifle chambered in 7.62 by 39. That same Russian cartridge from the AK-103 that we see, as well as the MWIII that was added to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 in Season 6. So we'll go ahead and jump into this. I'll show you guys the conversion here using aftermarket parts, how to unlock it, check it out in the firing range, and then jump into some war mode gameplay with this thing while we go through some facts about the weapons. Let's go ahead back out. Here is our final design for the CZ BREN 2. Again, this particular version chambered in 7.62 by 39. It also comes in 5.56 by 45 millimeter, which we don't have in this game. We do have a CZ BREN 805 in that caliber though, so we'll compare the two aesthetically also. So this is the final design. Go ahead and back out here. So what you're going to want to do for this is go into the armory. I have my blueprint here for the CZ BREN 2. Go ahead and select the CZ BREN 762. So this one you need to unlock in the armory challenges. You need to unlock this weapon, and then I believe there may be an armory unlock challenge for the aftermarket part. I don't believe there's a way to go and look at the ones you did. If we just check here really quickly. Select armor challenges. So typically you'll need to. It doesn't look like it shows the ones you've already done. So regardless, level 25, you get the armory challenges. You want to go ahead and do the challenge. Select the challenge for the MTZ 762, which is the BREN 2 BR. We go ahead and select this. Now, once you are grinding this, you should be able to, if we go to the gunsmith, if there is an armory unlock for the conversion kit for the aftermarket part, you just select it here, and it'll also have the challenge for that once you are progressing through the BREN 2 and BR and you have it unlocked. So just check that out. There may or may not be a challenge. I remember doing the challenge for the BR itself, and then you just needed to fully level it up, and then you needed to get 25 ADS kills with the BREN 2 BR to unlock the Jack Heretic carbine conversion kit for the BREN 2 chambered at 7.62 by 39 millimeter. So at base, you have the BREN 2 BR. Again, this is chambered in 7.62 by 51 millimeter NATO. With that conversion kit, you're going to convert this to a BREN 2 chambered in 7.62 by 39 millimeter. It also comes in real life 5.56 by 45 millimeter, as I said. So we'll go ahead and select this carbine conversion kit. You can see here. You can see the description here. This powerful 7.62 assault rifle was crafted to deliver exceptional damage with modular recoil. So if we just quickly back out, I would like to just see if you can see the difference in the description. A fully automatic battle rifle designed to send hard-hitting 7.62 rounds downrange at high velocity. So there is a description difference between the two, which is nice to see. If we go ahead and select that, we'll go ahead and put our conversion kit on. The pros here: mobility and handling, rate of fire increase, recoil control, gun kick control. Cons are damage and bullet velocity. But again, the rate of fire is going to go up 11% to 600 rounds per minute, which is a noticeable increase. That's a really good rate of fire. It feels like the effective damage range is increased by 45%. You have gun kick recoil increased, or I guess decreased, so you have better recoil by 17.5%. You have horizontal recoil control increased or decreased, improved by, we'll call it improved, 5.3%, and vertical recoil control improved by 5.3%. You can see all the pros and cons there. So this is actually a really good conversion kit. I noticed a big difference in handling, mobility, accuracy, everything like that, recoil with this conversion kit. So what are we going to want to do here? First off, we're going to leave the base muzzle device. However, for gameplay purposes, if you want something a little bit more controllable, I would put on some sort of brake. It does bounce around a little bit. It has an interesting recoil pattern, which we'll look at. Now, at base, this thing does come in 9/11. It comes in I'm trying to think of the barrel sizes here. I think you have an 8, a 9, and an 11-inch and a 14-inch barrel in real life. So here at base, we have the 11-inch, I believe it is, and here's the 9-inch. So the 9-inch is also available, but we're going to go ahead and run with the base, which should be the 11 or potentially the 9-inch. They're not labeled in length, unfortunately, but this looks like an 11-inch barrel, so we're just going to go with that. Could also be a 9. Laser option for the gameplay, you're going to see this is personal preference. I'm going ahead and go with the LAS 44. This is a Modern Warfare 2 one. Gives you aim stability and aim down sight, with the cons being laser visible when you're ADSing. Now for the optic, This was recently adopted by French GIGN for their anti-terrorist groups, this weapon, in the 7.62 by 39mm round. And so just going off a lot of the pictures you see that, you see them running, you know, some sort of, basically see them running ACOGs or any sort of dual optics with top-mounted RMR. So we're going to go with the ACOG with the top-mounted RMR, the CZ Oscar 9. Going to give you the 4.8 magnification with the dual optic toggle to that top-mounted RMR. You can see the cons, very small sniper glint, no tack stance, aim down sight decrease, and aim walking speed decrease. So we'll go ahead and select that. Buttstock option at base, you have the same buttstock that you have, I believe, on the CZ BREN 805 here in the game. So you're going to go ahead and want to select the same one that comes with the BREN 2 BR, which is the MCW Blackjack stock. This is going to give you aim idle stability and firing aim stability. The cons being movement speed and aim walking speed. We'll go ahead and select that. Grip we're going to skip, as well as the magazine. However, you do have a 20 round, which I don't know why you'd want to use that, and you have a 40 round magazine if needed. And then for ammunition, you have all the basics, nothing crazy there. Underbarrel attachment, we're going to go, again, this is more so personal preference. I'm going to go with the Hex 40 grip. It gives you 9% across the board decrease in recoil control or improvement. So it's pretty comparable to the other grips. You can see the pros and minuses there. So the Hex 40, pretty solid option, but again, that's personal preference. So this is our final design. We are going to go ahead and throw on a camo, though. Again, I think it looks good at base, but if you don't want that 3D printed looking lower, I'm going to go ahead and throw on a solid black camo. You can also do a clay or an olive. Looks really clean, too. But for this one, we're going to stay with a true design to the weapon, or at least as close to we can with the look, and give it that black solid camo. Here's our final design for the BREN 2, chambered in 7.62 by 39mm. So again, a really nice looking gun, and this, like I said, it really improves the handling overall versus the BREN 2 BR, which is the base weapon that you need to level up to unlock this conversion kit aftermarket part. So just some quick things here. You have fully ambidextrous firing controls. So if we go ahead and zoom in here, fully ambidextrous firing controls, you have the safety slick bolt release and the mag eject on the left and the right hand side. And the charging handle is also swappable to the left and the right hand side. So that's fully ambidextrous as well. User preference. The only thing here is I believe it's the mag and bolt release. Typically, you'll see it inside of the trigger guard. Here they put it on the outside, so just some minor differences. But those were some improvements of this weapon. And you have a full-length pick rail across the top, mono rail. You have pick rails on the handguard at 6, 3, and 9, and also obviously on the top for the 12 o'clock. And for the buttstock here, with this option, we have I think it's a 4-point or maybe a 6-point adjustable buttstock, and you have the adjustable cheek rest or cheek pad, and it is foldable to the right-hand side of the weapon also. And again, it does, typically in real life, I think you will see it they have transparent or translucent 7.62 by 39mm magazines. So let's go ahead and back out. Jump into the firing range. Here's our BREN 2, chambered to 7.62 by 39mm. Very nice. Let's go ahead and let this thing rip. So again, pretty accurate, but you'll see in the gameplay, I think you really probably want some sort of muzzle device on this instead of the laser, potentially. That's, again, more so personal preference. Take a look at the recoil here for this weapon. I'll go ahead and just use the zoomed optic. Let's just let it rip full auto without controlling it. So really, it's pretty much straight vertical. You have a little bit of left, right, and then it straightens out. So really, any sort of horizontal break on this thing is going to do a lot to help it out. Now let's let it rip and try and control it. So again, those are all center mass shots. You're definitely going to want, I would prefer a break just because it does, at some ranges, it's a little prominent. But again, a really nice looking weapon here. Back out really quick, the BREN 2 chambered to 7.62 by 39. Just look at the camos that you get base unlock. Pretty ugly. Zombies, also not anything really good. But again, there's so many camos in the game here, so you have a lot to go with. Now, really quick, I just wanted to show you guys comparatively, if I jump back out before we go into the gameplay here, go to my custom lobby where I have the BREN 2 and the 805 stacked together. Just take a look at those quick so you guys can see the differences. So here is our BREN 2, the one we just built, chambered in 762x39, and then we have our BREN 805 or the MTZ 556 here at the bottom. So you can see the difference. There is a lot of differences also with the weight reduction, things like that, and some design choices, which we'll go into in a future video. But again, for this weapon, there it is, BREN 2, 762x39mm. Go ahead now and jump into the gameplay. We're just playing this in war mode. Jumped in, got some quick gameplay. Started off really, really bad. I think like we started defending, and by the time we got pushed back into the second objective, I was at like 5 kills, and then I finally started hitting my groove with this gun. It's definitely, it has, the way I have it set up here, again, this is not the best build by far, like by any means. You have a lot of different barrel options, and I would definitely recommend throwing some sort of brake on there for the horizontal control, but it does hit really hard, and again, the fast rate of fire is improved 11% over the BREN 2 BR, so it's definitely a noticeable difference. The recoil is much more manageable. However, that horizontal recoil, again, it takes a little bit to get used to, I would say, so definitely you probably want some sort of brake on there. Now, in real life, this thing does not have a reciprocating charging handle. That was an improvement from the BREN 805, which did have a reciprocating charging handle. This whole series, the BREN 805, and this technically the BREN, it's called technically the BREN 6, BREN 2 really is what they call it, so it's the second iteration. But really the 805 was essentially CZ, or the Czech Republic's answer, or their version of the FN SCAR. So after a lot of feedback from the operators in the community, basically they made the improvements, and they decreased the weight by 1.1 pound, I believe it was in total, and made a lot of design choice differences. So the charging handle on the BREN 2 does not reciprocate, fully ambidextrous controls, lighten the weight, a lot of different changes here, which made sense with the second iteration of the weapon. So the BREN 2 is a modular assault rifle. Place of origin is the Czech Republic so the CZ BREN, improved version, of the CZ BREN 805 design, again, based on user experience feedback from the military. So the CZ BREN 2, as we said, is chambered in 2 different calibers here, the 5.56x45 NATO, same as the BREN 805, and also it's chambered in 7.62x39mm, same as the BREN 807, which was a canceled project, I believe, for the Indian Army, or it was at least produced in a limited numbers. So BREN 2 chambered in those ones. Now, it can be switched out caliber-wise just by swapping out the barrel and the magwell. CZ offers 3 different barrel lengths for both versions here of the 2 calibers. So you have, like I said, the 8-inch or the 207mm version. You also have a 227mm 9-inch, and then you have an 11 and a 14-inch version of the barrel. So it comes in a variety of different barrels. It also lowered the weight from the 805, which was really heavy. It was basically like a SCAR Light, but heavier is pretty much what you hear. So due to that user feedback, they lowered the weight of the weapon. They also integrated fully ambidextrous firing controls, so magazine release, bolt release, charging handle can be swapped left to right side. And it also simplified the trigger system to a 3-position, safe, semi, and full auto versus the BREN 805, which had an additional 2-round burst. So they got rid of the 2-round burst, not really needed on this type of rifle. It's really, when you have single and full, you don't really need the 2-round burst. It seems that you don't really see that much anymore. The cyclical rate of fire in real life is around 850 rounds per minute. Here in game, it's much lower at 600. Now, I'm not sure if it's 850 for both 5.56x45 NATO and 7.62. I believe it is. I haven't really seen anything to tell me differently, so I believe it should be in real life around 850 rounds per minute. So that's definitely a decrease here with the rate of fire in game, but however, it's still increased over the BREN 2 BR in game, which it's a noticeable difference. Again, for balancing purposes, completely fine with that. I think 850 with a 7.62x39 in game would be very difficult to balance. So I'm on board with this 600 rounds per minute, 11% increase over the BREN 2 BR at base. And then again, in 2000, like very recently, they introduced different telescopic stock variants of the weapon. There's also a civilian version, which is semi-auto, called the BREN 2 MS, which again is available in both calibers, 5.56x45 NATO, as well as 7.62 by 39mm, which we see here. So really cool weapon. Let me know what you guys think down below. Again, place of origin is the Czech Republic. This was the BREN 805 was put into service in 2011. Then in 2015 is when the BREN 2 improvements came in. So the BREN 805s are still also being used. It's not like they were completely phased out, but the BREN 2 was adopted as the main rifle, and it was also purchased by the French GIGN anti-terrorist group. Purchased a number of the BREN 2s in this particular caliber, the 7.62 by 39 millimeters. So you definitely see that utilized by the French GIGN anti-terrorist group. So let me know your thoughts down below. If you guys are enjoying the content, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and again, show your support just by doing that way. Comment down below what kind of weapon conversions you want to see going forward here in the game, what you think of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 so far. I also do have all my links down below. We have Twitch, Twitter, Discord, all of that down below. So best places to get a hold of me there. And also, obviously, I read the comments, so just comment down below if you have any weapon conversion suggestions that you guys want to see. Big shout out to our members here on the channel. You can join down below if you would like. You have different perks and tiers, including a little bit of a discount on the merchandise, which should hopefully be sending out the links for that so you guys can order this week. We have Men Named Nobody, Hassan B07, PDX Jake, Ram, Rapster, KDog 350, Aiden Flores, This Justin, FPS Cannon Fodder, and Noodly Boyo. So the join button's down there if you guys want, in the description. But again, best way to support the channel is be a friend, tell a friend. Also, just watching the ads does wonders. So definitely appreciate all that. And again, like the video, subscribe to the channel, helps out small channels like myself. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think of the BREN 2? This is a really cool weapon conversion given the new aftermarket parts. Big fan of this, and I really do like this gun. And like I said, you could definitely make this a much better build with different attachments. We're just trying to stay true to the real life builds. Let me know your thoughts down below. Till next time, this is Buffner Gaming with the BREN 2, chambered in 7.62 by 39 millimeter. Till next time, Buffner Gaming out.